guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am the creator behind Lily Rose Craft Room. And if you're new here, welcome. So for today's video, we are going to be setting up the brand new xTool Apparel Printer. So far, all I have done is bring the shaker oven inside my office. I mounted the apparel printer on top of it, but I haven't done anything else. I haven't installed any powder, the inks, none of that. So we're gonna be doing that together and see how it works. I did set up the xTool AP2, so this is the air purifier. So I did go ahead and take out all the like the plastic stuff that you're supposed to be taking out from here. And I was having trouble installing the air filter in the back or the tube, because the instructions manual only have the instructions to set this up with the lasers. So like the M1, the S1, the F1, the P2, whatever, all the lasers, it has how to hook up the AP2 to it. It doesn't have the instruction how to hook up the xTool Apparel Printer. So I ran into a wall, but I figured it out. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So if you run into the wall, I'm gonna help you out. So let's go here in the back. It's super easy. Okay, so right here we have the tubing, and this one right here, we're gonna be using this one. It came with the AP2. It's this one right here. So what we're gonna do is, let me put the camera down, is we're gonna get the tubing, and we're just going to basically screw it in. And you're just gonna keep turning it until it doesn't want to go in anymore. So that's it. There you have it. It's connected. So next we're gonna plug this into that. Now it's secure. So that's how you connect the AP2 to the apparel printer. Super easy. But they do need to update the instructions, because I was like, what the world? Because it did come with different sizing. So yeah, figured it out. That's how to connect it. So far, what I have done is put the apparel printer on top of the shaker oven. The mounting screws are right here. So it comes with screws. On the instructions, it tells you to put the screw in here, screw it in, and then also, if we move this print head, the other screw is right there. So that's all I've done. So what comes for the box for the apparel printer side is these two brackets, and this is gonna be your roll holder. And then you also got the plug-in for the power. And then it also comes with a cord, so you can hook it up to your computer. But this machine is Wi-Fi, so you don't technically need it. Unless you have a slower connection, then you might want to plug it in. It also came with cleaning supplies. So you have some little cotton rags here, some cotton wipes, some swabs to clean the print head. We have some pipettes and some little tubes. And we have some syringes, a good amount of syringes, and looks like little baggies. I don't know what for, but it's there. And we got some, I don't know, so maybe some oil or something. So that's there. So I'm just gonna put these away for now. And then it also comes with an accessory box. So let's see what this is about. It says open here, looks like a little zipper. Well, basically it just shows what's here. I guess it has some film, some moisturizing liquid. It has your inks, a cleaner, and an output tray. So you have everything here all organized. This is the tray that we don't need because we have it connected to the shaker oven. So if we didn't have it connected, this would be the tray where the film comes out. So for now, since we have it connected to the oven, we're not going to be using this. We have our roll, like I said, our cleaning solution, and all our inks and stuff. So first, let's get the bracket set up on the printer, and then we're going to install the film and then fill it up with ink. So let's do that first. All right, so we're going to be installing the brackets, and this is going to be the roll holder. And so you don't get confused, it has an L for the left and then an R for the right. So these holes right here are where the bracket is gonna go. Place it in there. It's easier if you put the long screwdriver inside this bottom hole, or else it's gonna be like angled weird and it's gonna be harder. So just put it like that and then tighten it just like that. And then the next one too. Use this hole right here at the top to screw it in. Like that, and then just screw it in. And then same thing with the other one. Let's move on to the other side right here. All right, now we could lay our film on top of it. So this film is wrapped with the plastic wrap and it's like tucked in there. So in order to get that out, we're going to press this little blue button, open it, and then push this or pull it out. That way we can get all the plastic wrap from inside. It goes like all the way in. So let me just do this. Take this out like that. Just take out the whole thing. So I took out this rod. That would just undo it. Let me just get this unwrapped and then we'll install it. All right, so next to install it, we're gonna lift up this little tab, or this is like little lock. Open it, and then we're gonna make sure we feed our film the right way. So if you can see right here, the arrow is facing this way, so that's not the right way. So we're gonna face it like this, and that way the paper can go inside like that. So let's just drop it in like that. And then we're gonna close this right here, and then let's go on to the other side and we're gonna feed it through. This is what it looks like inside. There's our mirror right there. And these are our rollers that bring in our film. So to bring in the film, there is a little switch right here. We're going to lift it, and that is going to lift our rollers. See? I lifted them and they lifted up. I put them down and lift. Okay, so now that's open so we can bring in our film. Now that our film is in, there is these little lines right here, and you're gonna make sure that the film does not cross over. So they have to be like perfectly aligned with this white line. So I'm just gonna pull more of it, feed it all the way through. So you can see that it's not crossing there and it's not crossing right there. So now since that is perfect, I'm going to shut the rollers just like that. So there you see, it's not passing that white line and it's not passing this one. And then these are our little like covers. So we're going to bring it closer like that so it can just hold the paper down. Next, we're going to fill the inks. And I thought these inks were really cool because it has like a little nozzle right here. You unscrew it and then you can just fill it like that. So it's like nice and easy instead of like pouring it from the big mouth. You might get messy, but with this little nozzle, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna prep them. I'm gonna open them all, just get them ready so I can just do an easy pour. And make sure to shake the white really good before you put it in. Okay, so right here is where your ink is gonna go, and this panel is magnetic. So all you gotta do is just lift it, and you take it out, and then to put it back in, it just falls into place because it's magnetic. So right here we got our white, our black, our blue, our pink, yellow, and then our moisturizing liquid. So let's go ahead and start with the white one. So we're just gonna go like that. Let me go grab my white. And like I said, make sure you shake it up because the white one is the thickest one and all like the sediment goes to the bottom. So you always wanna make sure you shake it. And like I said, how cool is this little nozzle right here? Makes it mess free instead of like trying to aim the big mouth in there. So we got it like this, and then we're just going to pour it in just like that. And the white one is the biggest tank, and I think this one holds 2 of these, but I'll double check. We'll look after, see how full it is. So make sure all that is in there because you guys know ink is not cheap, so we got to get most of it out. All right, I think that's good. No, there's still more, it's dripping. All right, I'm gonna screw it in and continue with the next ones. One thing to note, do not fill the ink all the way like to the top because you need some room for this to close. So if you fill it all the way to the top and you close it, you're gonna overflow it because of this. So just stop it like down there, and you still have a little bit more ink, probably like maybe like this much ink. Yeah, probably like up to that line. So when you need to refill it, just refill it, but don't overfill it because you will overflow it when you put the button down or the cap. Two bigger tanks are gonna be your white and your moisturizer, because if I open the moisturizer, we still have room for probably like another bottle or another half a bottle. Same with the white. If we open it, we still got room in there. So for another bottle or half a bottle. I think another whole one. But these other colors are smaller, so it only takes one bottle. And now that we're done, we're just going to close up our lid, just like that. So next, before I turn on the printer and get the inks flowing, I want to set up the shaker oven. So what we're gonna do is right here, the side panel, this is where the powder goes, the adhesive powder. So we're gonna press it and then open it. And then right here, we have our little marks. So you can't open it unless it's aligned right here. So we're gonna turn it, that way they're aligned, and then we're gonna open it. So this is a compartment where the adhesive powder goes in. So we're gonna take it out, let's put it on the floor and fill it up. This is the Apparel Printer powder, so it's the adhesive. So we're just gonna fill it up. I guess I'm just gonna pour the whole thing in there. All right, now we're gonna put it back in. Careful you don't spill it, imagine. Oh my God, that'd be very bad. Okay, put it in. Okay, and then we're going to twist it all the way to the other side and pour it in, just like this. Pour. All right, so I already plugged in the AP2 and the oven shaker to the wall. So now I'm going to plug in the Apparel Printer, and then we'll get the ink flowing. All right, so here we're just gonna follow the prompts on the screen. Let's see, tap to start. We're English. All right, let me set up all my Wi-Fi and then we'll get back to it. Basically, we're just gonna follow the prompts on the screen. So it wants to make sure that all of these clamps are open. It says all 8 of them. So make sure these are all open. They look open. And then it also wants you to make sure that the one over here on the side, right here, that this one is open. So it's open. So close it up. All right, now it says the ink extraction will last about 4 minutes. Don't shut it down. So let's start it up and see what it does. All right, you can hear it working. Let's see what's going on. So it will automatically pump the ink through the tubes by itself. So right here, this is the white. So it's already almost filled all the way. Or you can see right there, it's slowly coming out. Oh, it's going back in. Where'd it go? Oh, I missed the magenta fill up. Okay, the whites are going in. Oh, that's pretty cool. Everything's automatic. So far we got the magenta in. The white's all filled up right here. All the tubes are white. There goes the blue, the cyan. What's next? The black is going in next. It's pretty cool. And then here comes the yellow. Everything is automatically, it just pulls the ink for you. So I'm gonna finish letting it do its thing, and then we'll come back and see what the next step is. Okay, so the next step is to close all the ink clamps. So all of these clamps need to be closed, all 8 of them. So let me do that. Got them all closed, and I like how this is just like step by step. So when you're done with that, you're just gonna hit next. Okay, and then it's gonna do more ink extractions. All right, so just, yeah, basically just follow what it says and just do it. So let me let it do its thing, and then we'll come back. Next step is to calibrate the machine. So it's saying to open up xTool Creative Space software. So if you guys have xTool lasers, this software will look very familiar, and it's basically the same thing. So to connect it, we're just gonna go right here on the device settings. Since we put our Wi-Fi on the machine, we're gonna go right here where it says Wi-Fi, and it's gonna be searching for it. So we have it right here. It found it, so we're just gonna click it. So now we're just going to update the firmware. So we're gonna put update right there. Just let it do its thing, and then we'll come back and calibrate it. Alright, so now that the firmware is updated, there is a pre-calibration and a post-calibration. So we're just gonna hit start and see what it does. So we gotta close the lid. Alright. So the cool thing about this is that you print it, it powders it for you, it bakes it for you, and then it just spits it out at the bottom. So that is really amazing compared to my, I still love my Pro Colored. I have a Pro Colored L1800, but I have to manually powder it, bake it, so it's a little time consuming, but the fact that this does it all and it just spits it out at the end, that's amazing. That's gonna save me so much more time. So it's gonna cut it, and I wonder if it's gonna feed it through the oven. Okay. So what's gonna happen? So it didn't feed it through the oven. I guess it's because it's a calibration. I don't know what. So I kind of panicked. I was like, okay, well, how am I supposed to get it out? Do I have to take it out? Okay, just gonna open up the lid and then pull it back this way. Okay, like that, and I guess we'll figure out how to get the oven set up. Maybe it just didn't do it because it was a calibration. Okay, now let's figure out the oven situation. I definitely 100% missed a step. So this little short cord is the connection between the printer and the oven. That's probably why it didn't feed in that calibration paper, because this was not connected. Because I was thinking too, like, how is it supposed to recognize that that is like together? It right here. All right, so it's kind of like a little telephone plug thingy. Plug in right there. And then the other one goes right there. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I missed a step. Right here. There. Now it's connected together, and now it knows that they're connected. I just connected it, so the firmware is different from the oven, from the printer. So now we're gonna have to upgrade it. So let it do its thing, and then we'll start up our first print. So now it's working. It's doing a self-check. Okay, so here now back to our screen. Now we can see that the oven shaker is connected. So before it only had the picture of the printer right here. So now that the oven is connected, now I have a picture of the oven here. So I guess here you will know what's connected if you just have the printer. Only the printer will be showing here, and if you have both, the oven and the printer will be showing. So here on the side you have your task button, so you can see what's printing currently and your completed prints. If you go back, you have your maintenance tab, You can do a cleaning from here. You can do a test print from here. You can do the device self-check. And then right here on control, you're able to control the print head from here. And let's see, right here, eject and feed, probably like the paper. So if you go right here, if you hold it, you can move your print head. See? And then you can press the center. I gotta close it first. You press the center and it will bring your print head back to the homing station. And right here you can do a cutting of the film. We go back, files. So here will be your prints that are stored. So you can just like print it from the device. And then on settings, we have our information, our network, and then here on other, we have we can manage like the internal brightness. I'll just leave it like that. Speaker volume. Those beeps are really loud. So I'll just put low. Yeah, that's loud. Or you can mute it. I'm just gonna keep it on low. Deep cleaning, here you can do a deep clean, ink extraction, more, let's see. Oh, you can stir the white ink. Just stir it up around. White ink circulation, recycle the waste ink, fill water into the ink sac. So just a couple more like maintenance things that you can do. So yeah, that's that. So now let's do an official first print. So here from Creative Space software here, it looks pretty familiar. Like I said, this is the same software that we use for the lasers. To upload an image, you're gonna go right here to the top, the little plus. And let me see, downloads. I wanted this one so we can test out this little silly goose, strawberry goose. So this is the one that I want to print. I'm just gonna bring it down right here to 9 inches in height. So let's just do that. I'm not gonna touch anything here on the left or the right side. We're gonna keep the print as a standard. Feather 100, white ink reduction, I have it to 0.05, but I'm not gonna mess with anything here. All right, so now that I have my design here, super easy to upload as you've seen. Next, we're gonna hit print. And then it shows you right here, let me zoom in. It shows you right here the estimated time. It's gonna be 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Oh, we could calculate the cost. Let's click that. So here it calculated it for me. So it's gonna use 0.28 milliliters of color, 1.61 milliliters of white. It's gonna use that much of film, and then the cost is gonna be 53 cents to make this design. All right, so next I'm going to upload before print. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna send the file to the printer before it starts printing, because if it starts printing while it's sending, you might come across a couple like network issues or whatever. It might pause it. So I'm gonna make sure that the file is fully sent to my device before it starts printing. So I'm gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna click that and it's going. So let me move my computer. See right here, it's sending the file. Sometimes my Wi-Fi is not that great, so I think this is the option that I'm going to be choosing, is to send it first and then printing. Now it's firing up. It's going. That is so cool. If you don't have this, make sure your device is next to like a window or something so you can just like throw out the tube, because you do need proper ventilation when you are working with DTF. So there it is. You come. Whoa, okay, what's going on here? The oven. All right, it's bringing up some of the powder, like a little conveyor belt. That is so cool. Okay. Oh, there it is. There's the print. It's shaking it through right there. All right. This is real time. How cool. All right, shaking off that powder. Okay, now that's cutting it right now. Okay, that's the end of it, and it's probably going through the oven right now. It's going straight down. All right, let's see what happens. All right, now it's coming out. Let's see how it looks. It is so cool. Oh, it just spit it out. All right, here it is. Let me see. Everything looks baked. Okay, looks good. Ta-da! Ooh, those colors are vibrant. How cool. This is officially our first print. I also was able to figure out how to add the air purifier, the air AP2. So we're gonna go right here on device settings, and we're gonna go down where it says accessory information. And then you're gonna make sure your shaker is on, and then you're gonna select add. So it's gonna automatically connect it through Bluetooth. So yeah, I got my air filter on, so that way when the oven goes on, this will also go on automatically. So that is it for our first print. I am pumped. I love it. Looks really good. So here it is. I just pressed it on my tote bag and it looks really good. The quality is amazing, and even though I printed it on standard quality, it still looks really, really good. I don't know how much of a difference the high quality is, but looks good to me. All right, that is it for today's video on the initial setup and first print with the xTool Apparel Printer. If you guys have ordered the xTool Apparel Printer, let me know if you guys already got it or if you're still waiting for it. Let me know how it's going down in the comments below. Also, I do plan on making more videos with the xTool Apparel Printer, like maintenance videos or whatever you guys want to know. Drop them down in the comments below and I'll make sure to get to them. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!